Broadcasting live on the UnitedWest.org AM radio network and simulcasting on DirecTV, iHeartRadio, Roku, and the World Wide Web, this is Enemies of the State with Tom Trenko.
Or am I on?
You're on, Tom. You are on.
Am I on? It's working. I look yellow.
You look yellow?
On that monitor. Oh, no, that monitor. Yeah, we got nice monitors.
You get nice monitors now.
I'm green on this monitor and orange on that one.
No,
but
you're fine.
I am a little tanned, I must admit, from... and I'm tired. I'm tired here on W...
Tom, what's going on here? Let me do the close-up. Did you shave today, Tom?
WSBR, Tom. WSBR. Sunny Boca Raton.
WSBR 4:06 in the afternoon on the
7th?
Tuesday the 7th, Tom. Welcome back.
I just got in, all of us. We'll tell you about that. Today's show is going to be very interesting. We are live. We're here in the studio in Florida, and we're here in our bodies, tired bodies, but we're here in spirit. And, you know, I mean, these trips like this are always a little, they mess with your head a little bit. But we're going to tell you about that today on our show. We got some
At least you got to come back with your head.
That's right.
Came back with my head. Yes, I did.
Even heading to the bad zones. You got
we went to some
even go to the Jerusalem Mount. Came back with your head. They're screaming Allah Akbar up there.
And we have that for you. We got some great footage for you today, and then I may let you in on a little secret, some thinking I've been doing.
Hey, Tom, how about a little energy, buddy? I know you're tired.
No, come on.
Everyone misses you. A little energy.
Yeah, come on. What do you got? Yeah, I don't know. Get a little zoom. What's going on in that little beard? You got a little beard thing going on there, or what?
Beard thing?
Yeah. What's going on there?
No, I didn't shave today.
Why didn't you shave today? What are you doing?
I didn't shave today.
Why not?
Got a little stuff going on in my head.
Like what? What you got going on in your head?
Well, where did we go?
We went to Jerusalem.
I also don't have my earphones, so I left here 2 weeks ago with my great earphones. Now I got some plastic thing sticking in my ear. I'm going to find... Were the Vaughns in the studio?
Yes, the Vaughns were here. They did a great job.
Hey, Vaughns, where's my earphones?
Well, yeah, Billy greased them all up for you, I think. I don't know.
No, I had the red ones. I think I took them with me. I got some stuff. I didn't shave today because...
What's going on?
We went to Israel, but there's a lot of Arabs in Israel.
Yeah?
And I don't know, man. I'm reevaluating everything.
What do you mean everything?
Continue.
What's everything mean?
Maybe I want to switch sides. I don't know. This thing's pretty
cool. Are you
cool.
going gay on us or
I
what?
got this.
What?
Oh, Tom, very nice, Tom.
I got this thing.
Oh, very nice kafia.
I mean,
and I got one of these when I was there.
Oh, you're going Arafat style with the loop around the kafia on your head.
And I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool to wear one of these things.
Very good look for you, Tom.
You know, I could do the show like this.
Let us see your olive face.
I could see a little bit. I got to open it up a little bit.
There you go.
Very good. Work on beard and perfect.
And you got to grow a beard if you want to do this the right way, right?
Yeah, you got to have the beard thing
I didn't shave today. Look, as you know, many of our friends are divorced, right?
Yeah.
And then they get married a second time.
Right.
And they get married a third time.
Yeah.
You look at Islam, they give you 4 shots, right? You could have 4 wives, and then you got to get it right.
Well, also, it is not just a 4. If we want a fit, we just divorce a prior. Because you can always go younger.
I try to beat that system in the West. You know, I mean,
you cannot.
I have been a Christian for a long time, but I'm thinking it through. You don't think this is a good look for me?
I love it, personally.
It gets better, too. I was in Jericho.
Yeah?
The occupied land of Jericho.
Occupied land of Jericho.
And a very, very nice Muslim guy gave me this. I don't know where it goes.
Yeah, it kind of goes over your shoulder, I think.
Like that?
No,
like I'm in a beauty pageant.
Miss Palestine.
Could I pull off a Miss Palestine beauty contest? I don't know. You know, I mean, these things, you don't have to wash your hair every day. I wash my hair every single day. You don't have to do that.
Well, you don't have any hair anyway, Tom, so you don't have to worry about
I keep
that.
it short now. So, you know, also, they give you a lot of guns to play with. You can beat people up if you want.
If you don't like your wife, you just say, I divorce you 3 times, you're done.
You can do that. You can get rid of the ladies. You can own them. I mean.
Like property, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm rethinking everything here.
I am very glad to hear this, Tom.
You like that, Imam Abdullah?
I love this very much.
We have missed you. I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. We had a wonderful time in Israel. We saw some of your brothers there. And
Yes. I keep up with you on the Facebook. I see everything you do. Very interesting.
Facebook stuff?
Yes.
Oh.
We keep very good track of you, Infidel.
All right. Well, should I do the show with this thing?
Only if you mean it, Tom. Only if you mean it.
It's kind of hard to figure out how it works.
Well, you know.
It looks like you're going to strangle yourself.
Probably strangle yourself with this. No, in all actuality, this is such a beautiful building, too.
Yes, it is.
There.
That's
and
the mosque you're holding up.
We will show you a little later at 11 minutes after 4. We will show you a little later some of the activity. Some of the young, beautiful Muslimima, little women, little girls that just love
fired
Jewish
up
people.
Up there.
Just love Jewish people. We'll show you that. We had a phenomenal time. But I got off a bus in Jericho, and they put these things right on your head, and they negotiate, and they give you this thing, and it was a wonderful experience. I don't know. I may keep my feet in the Christian side of the equation, but this would be too hot to wear anyway in Florida.
Well, it actually keeps you cooler, apparently.
Yeah, didn't Arafat kind of make it look like Israel or something?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, that's the Palestinian checker one you got going there too,
See
Tom.
if you could look up somewhere in the course of the show the way Arafat wore this kafia and made it resemble all of Israel. He did something like that, but I don't know quite how he did it. What a trip, let me tell you. Where do we start?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
That's right. You were there, but you were on
there in spirit, right.
the back end of things. You came after the initial tour was over.
Yeah.
And right now, our bodies, Damon and myself, and all the other guys that went, I think we have 4 or 5, 6 or 7 from the United West.
Yep.
Our bodies are 4, 7. It's 11 o'clock at night, man. It's 11 o'clock at night for me.
It's Betty by time for you.
It
man.
is. I think I'm going to make it over to the Great Wall some point in the show, and I'll show you something else that I took back from Israel, from 2 weeks in Israel.
Is it still attached to you or what?
It's attached to me, all right. When you get up in the morning and you go in the big, beautiful Dan Hotel, remember every day for about 6 months we told people, you got to come on this trip, you got to come. Well, too bad you didn't. Let me tell you, the people that came, and we will interview them over the course of the next couple of weeks. What we plan on doing is showing you all aspects of the trip over about a month, a little bit each day. Not this week, though, because we got something very special going on. And we will bring the 25 people that came on the trip and let them give testimony to change lives, literally change lives. This thing ain't going to work in my ear. Change lives on this phenomenal trip. Because in the morning, we're at we start at these big, beautiful hotels, and you come down to breakfast, and they're, how long were those tables, Damon? Those
30 feet, 40 feet, and there were multiple of them.
30, 40 feet of tables of food for breakfast. I eat yogurt in the morning, usually. Not in Israel. I eat olives and roasted peppers and everything in the world except bacon. No bacon. I can't wait to have some bacon when I get back, when I'm here. But you eat like that in the morning. Then you go, let me try that left side of the table that has all those things. I don't even know what they are, but they taste great. And then somebody tells you got to go down on table number 4 and try that stuff. And you eat and you eat and you eat. Then you get on a bus and you drive around and go to amazing places. Then you stop into a Druze restaurant or an Arab restaurant. And then guess what else you do?
Eat.
You eat, and eat. Then, in the afternoon, all the national security stuff we do, we go back to the hotel, and it's dinner time. You have your credentials on. You go downstairs. The Trento table over there with our group, we go sit down. Guess what you do at dinner time?
You eat.
You eat.
Okay. Then we have a speaker after we eat, somebody like General Ivry or Moti Kadar or whomever the speaker was. It's about 9:30 now at night. And guess what a bunch of us would go do after that?
Drink.
And eat.
So let me see. We've eaten 5 to 7 times, and we drank 2 to 5 times during the day.
That's not true. I mean, there were days we didn't even have lunch.
Okay, one day we didn't have lunch, so we ate twice as much at night, okay?
You gained weight and I lost
10
weight.
gained 10
pounds! I
pounds
gained
again.
10 pounds in 15 days, and well, actually, the 10 pounds you're going to see on me is the camera work.
Yeah,
That's what you're going to
that's
see.
right. I didn't clean the lenses.
You know, that is amazing how Arafat was able to lay his kafia in the shape of Israel.
Did he did do that.
Perfectly.
He really
Let's
did.
take a look at that.
He really did. If you look like it is in the shape of Israel.
Oh, down, like going from the top?
Top down,
Oh,
yeah.
look at that, the way it goes.
That is
Yeah,
almost perfect. I never noticed that.
He is such a scumbag.
the top
He
is
looks
where-
like someone mated with a turkey and he came out.
and
He is
came
one
out.
ugly son of a gun.
Whenever you say his name, please say, may he rest in peace.
Thank you.
Peace be upon him. Peace be upon him.
Yeah.
So, yes,
He's not a
gained,
prophet, Tom.
I gained 10 pounds, and it's an ugly 10 pounds. It was a tasty 10 pounds. Is the food amazing in Israel or what?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it
breakfasts
is.
are.
The breakfasts are. I mean,
Breakfast-
I don't
Veg-
like that kind of
I
breakfast.
loved it, man. Vegetables and vegetables and vegetables and all that stuff. And there's eggs and fish and all of that. How could you, a Jewish guy, not like...
I was not into the dairy
like
breakfast. I'm
Big
not a big
Macs.
dairy guy.
You're a Big Mac guy. You like
You're eating olives and cheese all morning. You're
Yeah,
wondering why you gained 10 pounds.
I did find a McDonald's in Israel. Well,
you. Oh yeah, you came a little later. You found a McDonald's.
yes, my wife was a little sick, so.
Oh, so you go to McDonald's?
Well,
for
she wanted
healthy
like
food.
something that was, not from behind the grill. Something she could trust. So we actually went there, and it's actually the best McDonald's I've ever had in my entire life. The burgers were like Whoppers.
It's crazy
and,
talk.
and then they were like just huge. So I got 2 hamburgers. I think I get 2 hamburgers, and I get two big, Whoppers with no cheese. You're not allowed to put cheese on the meat, but that's okay,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah, all the dietary rules you got to get used to. But
Yeah.
when in Rome, you do as the
Yeah.
Jewish people do.
Yeah.
And particularly, we were there for Passover.
Yeah.
Which really upped the ante with, okay, all the regular food ain't going to be here anymore because the whole country is going to follow the dietary rules, except for a few places we found in Tel Aviv.
That's right.
And
Mike's
we'll
place,
tell
thank you.
But I got home yesterday and I went, this is ironic, because they do have good breakfast, all of that, but really Israel, I don't know, probably get letters on this, is not really known as a gourmet capital of the globe. You can go find fine restaurants, and you got to seek them out to have a really outstanding dinner, say. Whereas where we live in South Florida, they're on like every other block, outstanding
Exactly.
gourmet restaurants.
And
So
I'm going to make $1 million, Tom. I'm going to go over to Israel and start a
bagel joint.
a bagel joint and a deli, a Jewish deli over there.
We couldn't find any Jewish bagels.
No, 0.
I'll tell you what, in the Arab quarter, those giant bagels were pretty damn good.
Arab food is not
Yeah.
bad, but I just don't. I'm not comfortable eating at those places, particularly if they have a iPhone and they go, "Who is that Arab-looking Italian guy from America?"
And that's the other thing that struck me when I was walking through Jerusalem down there. It was just going through the Arab quarter and then going through the Christian quarter and all the other quarters that were non-Muslim. It was just
How
completely.
many quarters are there, Mark?
I don't know. No, I just.
Mark,
I mean,
how
just
many-
all those
How many quarters in a football game, Mark?
No, there was just different sections. I mean, but
Mark,
there was one
Mark,
Muslim quarter.
Listen
Quarters.
carefully.
I know.
How many quarters in a dollar?
Fourth. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But it was just amazing. The Arab quarter was just completely just a dirt ball area. It was just completely just scum the whole area.
Watch it, infidel.
It was. It just totally was.
Well, it's
Racist,
interesting,
Islamophobe.
folks. 20 minutes after, there are
Just dirty. Just dirty.
multiple choice. There are 1 quarter in
4
quarters. There are 2 quarters, 3 quarters, or 4 quarters.
4
to a
quarters in
whole.
a football.
How many periods in a hockey game?
There are
Sorry, I'm still tired. My brain's not thinking.
there
Okay.
are 4 to a whole, and usually when somebody uses quarter, they're talking about four things. There are four quarters in the old city. They call it the old city because it's an old city right in the middle of Jerusalem. There are four quarters. One is the Muslim quarter, the Arab quarter.
Right.
That's where the Muslims live and work and play and have their businesses. One is the Christian quarter.
Okay.
One is the Jewish quarter.
Okay.
It's the fourth one, folks.
The Armenian quarter.
The Armenian
quarter.
They you can't even find those guys. But it's true. When you walk through the Christian or Jewish or Armenian, the lights are on, there's music, people are smiling. You go into the Muslim quarter, and these walkways are really alleyways about 15 feet wide. Stores here, and all these guys standing there looking at you like this, and they don't want you there, but they want your money. You could feel the sense of darkness. We could, walking through the Muslim quarter, and you come out to the Christian or Jewish quarter, it's like, whoa, what a weight's lifted off of you. We gave you a lot of little short updates as we travel through the country.
Right.
We're going to bring a few of those more produced pieces and a little bit of stuff.
One other thing I noticed
today
about the Muslim quarter, and I think this is worth noting, is that in the Muslim quarter, there is absolutely no religious symbols or ideologies of Jesus, Moses, or anything like that. Zero, zippo.
That is why it is called the Muslim quarter.
Well, I mean, they have no they're supposed to be all inclusive with Jesus and Moses.
That is what we say in forked tongue. That is not true.
And also the maps of Israel. Israel doesn't exist all throughout the Muslim quarter. It is completely all Arab. There's no Israel.
It is
Palestine. They put Palestine on, and it's the whole. There is no. The nation of Israel
doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in the nation of Israel doesn't exist in the Muslim quarter in Jerusalem.
I'm going to show both of you guys a little later. I got my hands on two short videos. One is on UNRWA and the training camps that UNRWA has for Palestinians in Gaza during the summer. It's just wonderful stuff.
Right.
And the other is on the training, the summer camps in Gaza. The other one is on the training camps for young mujahideen. I'm going to show our guys this later on today. We're going to bring these on here, and you will see after you look at this stuff, there is no hope for any solution whatsoever.
No. Security first.
We're having a little bit of light banter today to get back in the stream of things before we hit you very heavily tomorrow with some very, very serious information. So we're going to show you a couple of cuts in a second. But let me introduce our shows for the next 3 days and then where we are going to be after those 3 days. Today is Tuesday the 7th.
Yep.
We're starting a 3-part series that may develop into a 5-part series called...
Maybe into an epic long series for next month.
Could be. It's entitled Terrorists Lobby the 114th Congress. Terrorists lobby
and they are.
the 114th Congress. And as we've mentioned on this show a bit in the past... As we've mentioned on this show a bit in the past... there is going to be on Monday the 13th and on Tuesday the 14th, next week, a week from today the 14th, a week from yesterday the 13th. There are going to be 2 different events on Capitol Hill. And for those of you who follow the United West and all of our work, you know that we go to every year Muslim Capital Day in Tallahassee, organized and initiated by Ahmed Badir. And he then took out what he perceived as a very successful program, bringing Muslims to a state capital to lobby legislators on issues close to the terrorist hearts of Muslims. He took that to a couple of other states, and over the past 3 or 4 years, he has determined that this is something that needs to be done on a national basis. So for the first time ever, the 13th of April, the first day of the 114th Congress, can you believe that? The first day of the new Congress. Everybody was elected in November. They get sworn in, and they got sworn in January. And now the new Congress starts on the 13th of April, in a week. And they're back from their little break they had. The first day, Muslim Brotherhood Capital
Muslim
Day.
Brotherhood Capital Day.
And
Yes, very good.
who knows? We may even be there. If we had a website to show you about the
we do.
United States
Council of Muslim
Muslims,
Organization.
we would show it to
We would
you.
show it to you there if we actually had it
If
set
we
up.
had that,
if
we
someone
would show
actually
it to
set
you.
it up in a DDR before they left on thing, we would do that. But we do have it because someone
So
there.
we'll
it
get
is.
that.
There
it is. Is that the top or
That's
is
the
that
top
the
one.
homepage?
Yeah, that's our homepage.
Well, no, that's the registration
Registration.
page.
Go to the
No,
homepage.
there's a homepage with
Go to the
pictures
homepage.
on it.
Yeah, go to the homepage. There you go.
Who the heck is that on their homepage?
Oh, that's our buddy.
Homepage.
That's our good old buddy Nihad Awad.
There's the picture now.
Yeah, I
Nihad-
like the About Us. Let me go to the About
Go
Us.
ahead.
Because this gives us who they
Oh,
are.
hang on,
Let's
before you
go to-
read that, let me set this up.
Back
Before you
it up.
read
Back
it.
it up.
Hold on.
Hang on. What are we doing?
He's back it up. Back it up. Back
Go
up
to
a
the
bit.
homepage.
Homepage. You got
And
it.
Okay.
26 minutes after
Right.
Tom Trento, I'm back here, folks. Enemies of the State. We got the boys in the control room. Cut to control room. I got to do the floor direction.
Is that why
too.
you're going to direct us here? Okay.
Cut to the floor room. There they are.
Hey,
Back from
hey.
Israel. We were all there with a bunch of others.
Okay. Hi.
Enemies of
Yeah,
the
Your
State.
Honor, Your Honor.
For the next 3 days, we're bringing a 3-part series entitled Terrorists Lobby the 114th Congress. These organizations are going in next week. We're going to read you the mission objective of the Muslim Brotherhood going into the United States Congress next Monday the 13th. Listen to this.
Our mission to open effective communication and coordination spectrums between all American Muslim organizations. This is actually on their homepage. I need to get to their registration and read you the registration from that. You had me go back to the home about them.
Okay.
You find out. I'll do a little station
Yeah, you do a
identification.
little station ID,
WSBR, Sunny Boca Raton, WSBR Radio, 1470. We're coming at you every day, 4 o'clock East Coast time to 5 o'clock. Please go to our Facebook page of the United West, my Facebook page, Tom Trento, and we always put the shows up afterwards. Like the shows, send them out to all your friends. Nobody's doing the amazing insight analytical work we're doing. And when we got the Muslim Brotherhood going to Washington, D.C., we will expose it right here on the show. We may even confront these guys because listen to what they want to do with your law enforcement agencies.
Here it is. Seeking congressional action calling on the U.S. Department of Justice to amend its racial profiling guidance for federal law enforcement by removing any existing loopholes that continue to permit profiling in the name of national security, domestic surveillance, and policing the border. Many of these programs have disproportionately targeted Latinos, Muslims, and other minorities and raise serious due process concerns. That's number one. Number two, seeking congressional support of federal legislation that prohibits any federal, state, local, and Indian tribal law enforcement agency from engaging in profiling on the basis of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, national origin, or religion. Basically, they're not happy with defanging that they've successfully done over the last 6 years. Compliments of Barack Hussein Obama and Eric Holder. Now, for any remaining loophole, they've taken every single tooth out of the DOJ. So now any scraps that are left, they want to stamp those out also to make sure the next major jihadi plot happens with absolutely no chance of being detected prior to its success.
Here's how this works in practice. If you read Dabuk, ladies and gentlemen, and we did a series on that, and while we were in Israel, we played part of that. If you read Dabuk, test for the class out there. What is Dabuk?
That is the area where with the end times for the Muslims is coming.
And it is only the most phenomenal electronic magazine put out by the Islamic State.
Yeah,
it is better than Al-Qaeda's Insight.
It's a People magazine for the Islamic State on death, destruction, torture, and the end of the world.
Yes.
Other than that, it's just a lovely piece.
Armageddon.
But Dabuk is that magazine. We did a series of exposés on it. And what was the point I was going to make? I'm so tired.
You're tired, Tom. Everyone
in Dabuk,
understands.
listen to this. In Dabuk and in its predecessor for AQ, for Al-Qaeda, Inspire, the authors go to great lengths to tell jihadis how to follow Quranic practices. They talk about the clothing Muhammad wore. They talk about the piece of wood he used to clean his teeth. They talk about the way in which he rolled up his pant leg and how he bowed in prayer, how his beard looked, how his mustache looked. All of these very dramatic characteristics that embody a true believer of Islam who's Sharia compliant and who understands jihad to be a holy war. These magazines teach young men how to emulate, copy, and live that type of lifestyle to the extent that any of us here in the United West can see 5 Muslims walking down the street and we can pick out the jihadi just the way they're dressed, the way their beard is, all of that. Why?
Zabiba bump.
Because, yeah, the Zabiba, that whole bump on their head, because they're taught to do that and they're obliged to do that. If an FBI agent sees one of those guys, if we both, me and an FBI agent are here and I go, dude, look at the jihadi there with the uncut beard, but the perfectly disappeared mustache, no mustache. That guy's serious. And look at the gigantic sword hiding under his shirt.
Racist, Islamophobe.
And if the FBI agent goes, oh yeah, you're right, maybe I should tail that guy or do something. And it turns out that that FBI agent initiated that investigation by looking at those characteristics. What this coming Monday, the 13th, is all about in Washington, D.C., is to change the laws that now, to a degree, they've already been emasculated, change the laws so that there can be no profiling like that. Not profiling because he's a Muslim, but profiling characteristics and mannerisms of mujahideen jihadis. The CARE organizations, the other organizations want all of those eliminated as the law enforcement and counterterrorism agencies in the United States of America. Tell me that's good stuff for our country. We're not going to go into all of this now because our next 3 shows are about it. And, you know, if there is an Allah in heaven, who knows? We may even be there on Capitol Hill trying to say hello to these folks and bring you that information next Monday and Tuesday, 13 and 14. Stay tuned.
Are we out? Are we done?
Okay. We got great stuff now. Let's take everybody to this little place.
Okay.
And we're going to show you 2 bits of video
Are we going to go to the wall
that are very, very interesting. First, an uncut, unedited piece shot by, I think, Damon, you shot it, right?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
All right, Damon shot this.
I
And,
wasn't going there. Okay.
and then we're going to show you a produced piece that Mark shot with Jerusalem Jane. And we're going to establish the big idea today that there is a supremacist mindset in Islam that can never rest ever with any Jew or Christian having any place of recognition in their world. And this is graphically illustrated on the Temple Mount. Now, if you look at this little thing right here, this is the Dome of the Rock, the dome over Abraham's rock where he was going to sacrifice Ishmael. Isaac, you're supposed to say. Isaac, he wasn't going to sacrifice Ishmael, he's going to sacrifice Isaac. Muslims in the Quran say Ishmael, but that's wrong. Then this little platform right here, if you extended that as big as this table here, that's the Temple Mountain platform. Literally, King Herod built a platform on top of a mountain to build a temple. Temple was knocked down 70 AD by the Romans. 692 AD, Muslims came along and built the Dome of the Rock to say we're better than Jews and Christians. And we went up there once on our trip. Mark went up once when he came later on. Mm-hmm. Let's show the first piece,
we
Damon.
Go to the wall?
Why don't you narrate as you show exactly what's going on the first piece?
Going to the wall? You want to go to the wall?
Oh, yes, I want to go to the Great Wall of the West.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Come on in. We'll show the first piece here.
Okay, I'm coming over.
What happened? You having a baby there, Tom, or what?
Oh, man. I took this back from Israel.
It's a dome of the belly, man.
Dome of the belly.
Dome of the belly.
All right.
Oh, give me some more shawarma and some falafels. But watch.
All right.
Okay, it's all gone.
It's all gone.
It's all gone, okay? Hey, look, up and down. Give me a week. They'll all be gone. I'll be back in fighting weight.
Yeah.
All right, here we have...
Back to fighting your weight.
This is your camera, right, Damon? You pick it up. Explain
Yes.
what's going on here.
Oh, let me see what we're showing here. Go ahead, play it.
On the big wall over here. You see it? Ready? Here we go.
Okay, I am watching a little girl about 8, 9 years old go right over to Michael Gano of Hershey's for Heroes and start screaming Allah Akbar right in his face.
What she's screaming right there, you can hear her, is Allah Akbar. That girl right there.
That girl right there.
What?
No, I'll move.
Get away from her, Tom.
It's Michael. Yeah, it is.
And there's a group of older Muslim women all hijabbed and niqabbed up, encouraging this and screaming along with her. But an 8-year-old girl is leading an Allah Akbar chant against a couple Americans.
And she thinks she's Jewish. That's why she's yelling Allah Akbar at her.
Now you see the Palestinian vice and virtue cops come over to make sure the Americans don't get too close to the Allah Akbaring little girl.
And there's women over there yelling about it, and there's cops hanging at it. He's just videotaping.
It's getting
There's
more
Jerusalem
intense
Jane
now.
in there too.
Jerusalem Jane right there for our radio audience.
Yeah.
Go home and watch it on theunitedwest.org. There's Michael Gano, Hershey's for Heroes. Go home and watch
There's Tom.
it.
There you
There's
are.
Tom in there to grab Gano out of there.
All right, let's go. We don't want an incident on the Temple Mount.
And they're all screaming Allah Akbar on top of the Temple Mount because there's Jews walking by.
And now they did turn to us after the Jews walked by.
There's Nola, our tour guide,
Yeah, there's a tour guide.
getting a little nervous. Now we start to leave the area under advice of the Vice and Virtue Police. There's a couple people on our tour.
That's the Aussie assassin.
Oh, that's the Aussie sound.
Yeah, broken heart.
Not taking pictures, taking video.
Damon's broken heart.
There we are, basically getting told to get away from the Allah Akbaring group of women so no further incident
But
occurs.
freeze that for a second.
Right back there.
Yeah,
if
show.
you go-
Look,
There's
right
a-
here, folks.
The group of women right there.
Yeah, you see them right down here. That whole group, they sit around. How many? 20 of them?
15, 20 of them.
Yep. Same.
They're all in burqas. They just sit there doing nothing until a Jew walks by. Then he starts
You know
screaming
who
and yelling.
pays for that?
Yeah, Hamas.
And you know who
Us!
pays for
We
that?
pay
Your
for
tax
it.
dollars, you dummies.
Yep.
All right.
Our tax dollars are
well, they
paying
give
for
the-
these women to harass Jews on the Temple Mount
Yep.
Keep going.
through UNRWA.
UNRWA, United Nations Relief,
Work and Relief Agency.
Work and Relief Agency.
Now, off to the right, that's the Dome of the Rock. Not the Dome, but the Al-Aqsa Mosque. I'm sorry. We just see the
Right
Al-Aqsa.
there, yep.
Right there. There's the Al-Aqsa Mosque.
That's the dome of the
This
mosque.
is the flashpoint of the world's problems,
Right here.
those damn Jews.
Now, this is after they told all the women to cover up when they went on top of the mount, because when women go on top of the mount, they got a little scam going on there. If you're not dressed properly, like all the way, totally covered up all the way from your head to toes, they'll shoot you off to the side and tell you to put on the women especially, to put on a scarf, and they try to sell it to you for, a $20 scarf. It's just a money
It's a scam. It's a total
It's
scam.
a total scam. I mean,
Now
they're
we're
just-
showing you this raw footage because watch what happens in a second here. Right here, look at this. A little hard to see.
The older teenage Muslim kid attacks an Israeli cop.
yeah, right there. He
I
just
actually
started yelling
saw
at him.
it. He ran in. He went to push the Israeli cop.
And look at the woman screaming in the background. Allah Akbar, getting all
And
mad.
they're yelling
Holding
at
up the Quran.
See her yelling at the Jewish cops.
And holding up the Quran. Yeah.
Come on, catch up. Let's go. This is how we get lost.
Yep.
And then a couple of wise Muslims went and pulled the kid away.
Now, this is the week before I went. And I went up there with Jane a week later. So this is an everyday occurrence. It's
Every
not something.
day.
It's not something that happens by happenstance.
Now we're there for Passover, no less.
Right.
We were here on the Temple Mount during Passover week,
Right.
and tensions are heightened and all of that. But it's still very, very safe. It's controlled theoretically by the Waqf, the Jordanian Waqf. Control the Temple Mount, but in reality,
unnecessarily so, because Israel never should have relinquished it after the victory in '67.
Well, here's a week later when Jerusalem Jane.
Well, let me explain what's going on. But in reality, the Israelis control everything going on up there. So if you're going there, coming to Israel, come on our next fact-finding mission, nothing to be afraid of. Total security by the Israeli security forces.
All right. Well, here's our next piece with Jerusalem Jane. We went up there. Me and her went up there the week after. Here we go.
Just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Jerusalem Jane reporting from the Temple Mount. If you can hear what's going on over here, we have the Allahu Akbar from the Muslim women.
Freeze it for 1 second.
In case you didn't know.
This is Easter Sunday, you guys went.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Easter Sunday, you went up there. This is what took place on. Now, we have her name, Christian correspondent.
Right.
Jerusalem Jane. She's a Christian. She's the United West correspondent.
Right.
She's not just reporting on Christian stuff.
No.
She's reporting on everything for us, but she's a
She
Christian
loves
woman.
the Jews. That's
Actually,
good.
I did. The reason I put the Christian correspondent there so she wouldn't. So when they see this video, they won't harass her for being a Jew, and they won't attack her. And that's the reason.
She don't
Oh,
look
they
like
hate her
no
anyway.
Jews I know.
So-
They hate her terribly.
Here we go.
They bus in Muslims to go to the Temple Mount,
That's
women
the-
and children,
That's a
to
great
scream
shot.
when Jewish people are coming up here, to intimidate them, to frighten them. I have had several Muslim people coming up telling me, don't be worried, they're not yelling at you, they are yelling at the Jewish people. So apparently some Jews are coming up here now. So they bring in children, they pay them with candy, they bring in women, and they pay them with money to scream at Jewish people when they come up here. It's pathetic, it's a disgrace. This is the Mount Moriah, this is God's mountain, this place belongs to the Jewish people. And now we can hear again, it's going on again.
There's a guy harassing and saying you can't take a picture. It's not allowed.
Leave.
Tell him to leave.
They intimidate. That's all what's going on the Temple Mount every single day. And we were just being told we can't film because they don't want the world to see what's going on. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what's going on the Temple Mount every single day. I want to tell to the Christian people, you need to wake up and realize what's going on. And when you come to Israel, and please come to Israel, you need to come to the Temple Mount. You need to come up here. You need to show your presence. You need to stand with the Jewish people. You need to come here first and foremost to pray to the God of Israel and not some God called Allah from a religion of Islam who couldn't care less about the Temple Mount. They don't care about the Temple Mount. They only want this place because it's holy to the Jewish people. So my message, Jerusalem Jane, I want to say to the Christians around the world, come to Israel, come to Jerusalem, come to the Temple Mount, make a statement, and pray to the God of Israel.
Like this group did right here.
Yes, that group
Good
right
job. Hey, look at that group.
there. Yep.
Who is that?
That would be the group that you led there,
That's,
Tom.
that's our group. We had 25 people. And that group you're looking at, we're sitting on the steps in front of the Dome of the Rock. So it's a very photogenic building. How come they got blacked out?
Oh, because I went back to the DDR screen. You may go back here.
Yeah, I want to point out a couple of things.
All right, there you
right
go.
there. That group right there was a very good sized group. We could handle on these trips. That's 25. We could handle 40, 50 people because the bus holds 60. Very comfortably, first class
Not
bus.
with that belly.
If I stand like this, you'll never know. It's this shot that the problems occur, Stay right here. Look, I'm very confident of my weight issue that I can get rid of. I'm not worried about it. I'll get rid of it. Oh, please, God. Can you take this off in post-production, Mark?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Green paint.
Can you slim
We're
me down a
a
little
green
bit?
top. I'll take it off.
I used to have a V. My waist was like 32, and I went up like this.
It's still a V. It's just upside down.
The V fell over somehow. But I will come back.
I shall overcome.
That group right there has people from foreign countries like London, England.
Hello, Judy.
Judy was with us. She was there. From the
Austria.
Gulag, founded by the Britons, 4 prisoners, now called
Australia.
Australia. We had Irene from Australia. And Irene is the prototypical person for this tour in the 20-year-old group, or this 18-year-old. I think she was 18.
No.
Oh, how old is she? She's a little older than 18. She's
very mature, 24.
We had in that group right there, we had an 18-year-old, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Right.
We had the whole group.
Congratulations to everyone on that tour.
Wasn't that
Literally
amazing?
from teenagers to in their 80s. And everyone had a great time. And you could hear I had too good a time.
Jack from, and we all got sick, some of us. Jack from Sarasota had his 80th birthday. We had a big birthday celebration for him. And Lewis from South Florida, 18 years old. 18 years old, he's going on a national security tour to the hot spots of Israel at 18 years old. Very mature 18-year-old.
Right.
But we got Australia, we got England, we got Panama. I had 2 people from Panama, the country of Panama. Then we had about 6 people from the very bizarre country of California.
Yes.
We had people
That's
from
a weird place, man.
A couple of people from Wyoming and Vegas.
I tried to trade Obama and the state of California for Netanyahu, and we couldn't find one taker.
But the beauty of this group, and I'm saying this by application, these are regular people. These are not professional activists. These are people that hold jobs and love their country, love the God of the United States of America, love the God of Israel, recognize the importance of Israel from a national security perspective, and simply said, we want to go on this trip. We want to learn more for the express reason of helping win in 2016, November 8th, which is about 579 days from today, something like that, close to it. And now these people are going to be tied into the work we're doing and going to disseminate the information we provide to their various organizations that they lead. Beautiful picture. If you want to be involved, contact us, Tom at theunitedwest.org. We'll put you into this. Start saving your shekels. Quick math for the boys in the booth. It costs $3,000 US to go on this trip, amazing trip of a lifetime. How many shekels?
12,000 shekels.
Yes, Mark, that was fast. He beat you, math boy.
I knew he was going to get. I was going to give him a shot. No one's beating me in math here.
Okay, let me ask a question of our boys here that they will know. If a Carlsberg cost 72 shekels, how many dollars is that?
It costs 14.
18.
It costs 14.
And it's like 29 shekels at the bar, and it's only 14 at the convenience store.
How many Carlsbergs will fit in Damon's stomach at one time?
More than you would think.
More than you would think.
If you don't know what a Carlsberg is, you're probably better off.
See me.
But I got to tell you, go watch our last show, which was yesterday's show, right? Monday's show?
Yeah.
The 6th. Trento Gano interview on Tel Aviv. We did something a little different. We kind of revealed a little more of ourselves to you folks. We kicked back and sat on the beach. Everybody worked for 30 days from March 3rd, March 2nd, all the way through this trip, day and night, day and night, day and night. So we gave everybody a couple of days hanging out on the beach. But we dealt with some very serious issues in kind of a relaxed format. And you can check that out. Go to the youtube.com/The West August 6th show. Great show.
Yep.
Tells a lot.
And I do want to show, before we run out of time, the other video with
you know what?
Jane, because it's...
that clock isn't on.
Yeah, it's 4:48.
Okay.
So 1 minute. This is a video that's taking off right now, and it's one that Jane and I produced while we were there.
All right, where do I go now?
Right there, just stay right there,
All the West?
Just stay right there. You don't have
Keep
to
your
go.
Jane and
big-bellied
Mark.
self right there, Trento.
Don't have to go.
Jane and Mark.
Right here. So watch
Jane
this.
and
This
Mark.
is,
Oh, look, that's
well,
the way
here we
to do
go.
it. Jane and Mark.
Hi, this is Jerusalem Jane. I am at the Temple Mount, the holiest of the holiest place. Right over here is the gate where the King of Kings, according to the Christian, is going to come back. That's a holy place for the Christians. Right up here is where the first and the second temple was. But who's in control of this place? The Muslims. You would think that when they want this place, it's because it's holy for them. They could not care less. Look where I'm standing, in the midst of a filthy dump with garbage, with toilet seats. It's so disrespectful, it's so disgusting. This is a holy place for the Jewish people. This is a holy place for the Christians. And the Muslims are filling this place with toilet seats. Come on, this is disgusting.
And here's the companion video to this
Hi,
real quick.
Jerusalem Jane. I'm back on the Temple Mount. This place is also very significant for the Christians, because if you look behind me, according to the Bible, this is where God's Son is going to return. This is where the Messiah is going to come, and when he enters Jerusalem.
Right there, that's East.
That is why the Muslims have entered or blocked this gate, because they think that God's Son can come through that, which is kind of pathetic. Another reason why I want to draw your attention to this place is because this is a holy place for the Christians. If you look around, I'm standing in the midst of a dump. This place is filthy, this place is disgusting, this place is filled with garbage all over. Does that mean it has a significant importance for the Muslims? No, because then they would take care of it. They want this place because it's holy to the Christians, because this is where Jesus is coming back, but this is also very, very important because it's the holiest place to the Jewish people. That's the only reason why the Muslims want it. And they keep it like a dump. They run around, they have barbecues, the kids are playing. There's nothing holy about this place for the Muslims.
Wow, good piece.
And that's a toilet seat sitting on there in the last part. And there's a kid laughing at the back. Yeah, it was just a dirt. That's what I kept taking out from this thing, Tom. It was just a total trash heap that they're keeping up there on the whole mountain. I mean, just in like the real public areas, it's clean, but you start going off to the sides. I mean, what worship site do you treat like that? I mean, it's just amazing that it's treated like that at all. Especially, and I'm not Christian or anything special as far as religion is concerned.
He's a unicorn.
I'm a unicorn. That just really upsets me how they're treating a holy site, one of the most holy sites in the world.
Well, look at what the Islamic State is doing to the formerly holy sites of Judaism, of Christianity, other religions. When they come into a town in Tikrit or Mosul, they go back to antiquities and just blast everything to kingdom come, simply for a lot of theological reasons. But with a few remaining moments, our 15-day trip to Israel was simply astonishing on many levels. We went for national security reasons. We got so much information. We have life-changing information we're going to bring to you over the next 30 days. We'll put out a little bit each day. After we do this special series on terrorist lobby, the 114th Congress, because that's an immediate issue that needs to be dealt with. But we're going to put the trip together, maybe chronologically or maybe in terms of the important issues regarding Iran and the decisions to deal with nuclear issues. But today we just wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit, kick back, and get some reflections from these guys. Mark, one of your reflections is the disrespect by Islam to Christianity and Judaism on the Temple Mount. Damon, you're Jewish, you've never been there before, you go to Israel. What's one of the, and there's so many because we were with you, what's one of your reflections on the trip for the folks?
Oh, it was just the most amazing 2 weeks of my life, bar none. It was unbelievable. My head's still spinning from it. I mean, we didn't get back. I got back to my house like just over 24 hours ago.
Last night, yeah.
It was absolutely unbelievable, from seeing the cowboys up on the Lebanese border to Jerusalem to floating in the Dead Sea to being on the Sea of Galilee, and even as a Jew to be at the Mount of Beatitudes where Jesus delivered sermons. I mean, the whole thing was just amazing. I mean, you're walking through the best history book ever, the Bible. You could read as much as you could possibly want to read, but it does not compare to being there. I mean, we were up on the Golan Heights. I mean, here's a sign. Now, someone took a fuzzy picture of me, but on the sign it has directional signs to Damascus, Baghdad, Haifa, Jerusalem, and Amman, Jordan. I mean, that's pretty cool. Met great people. Had my heart broken, but we met great people. There's me and there's us at one of the public bathhouses.
Oh yeah, you got a wide shot of that?
Not in here.
We'll bring them, but
there's me and you with the dome of the.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's a pretty good picture.
Yeah, that's right on what the Mount of the Olives, right?
I got my man bag on.
Yeah, your Merce. Your
Gers.
Yeah.
That's where I had a little run-in with an Arab vendor. Sounds like my dog's having a run-in with someone right now.
Yeah, the
There's
Arab
me,
vendors.
you, and the corn dog, Alan Kornman.
There he is, Alan, screen left from Orlando, did a fabulous job. Alan's going to be putting out some videos. Stay over there, guest. Go in that room over there. So the dog was right on. We got a guard dog here that was right on.
Hey.
Don't put him on camera.
Yeah, right, okay.
Heartbroken.
Oh, you saw that? Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
There's your
Latroon
other
was amazing. The armored division of the IDF. There's a bunch of people up there.
That is a Merkava 4 you're looking at for the radio audience. Merkava 4 is Israel's basically comparable to the Abrams M1A1 tank, and it's on the forefront of their armored division. We went to the Armored Museum and explored all the tanks and had a briefing on tank combat. And then we're fortunate enough to participate in a wreath laying ceremony in honor of those
There's
who
me
have
with our tour
died.
guide from Latroon right there.
Yep.
Nice 18-year-old soldier who acted like she was about 28.
They
Amazing
all do.
young lady.
They're all like superiorly mature. I mean, they are just older beyond their years. All of
Yeah,
them.
I would
This was a highlight right here, which is what we missed a lot for. But what we stayed in Tel Aviv to do. That's
and see that airplane right above him, right there. That's the one that took the raid on Iraq.
Osirak.
Osirak. Thank you. In Iraq.
well, the picture right there for our radio audience, and the radio is WSBR 740.
740.
That's the old
That's the
station.
old station. We can't
WSBR.
forget 1010 WHFS, where our terrorist
Tampa.
friend Hassan Shibli and Ahmed Badir are out of, and hopefully, you never know,
They'll
we might
be
be
there.
seeing them in a little
yeah,
while.
well,
Go back to
probably.
the picture with General David Avery.
Okay.
And this is General David Avery on the left with the IA. No. That's Damon on the left, screen left. And the general is the other fellow. General David Avery was the head of the IAF, Israel Air
The
Force,
supreme
in
commander of it. Yeah.
1981. And he oversaw the Operation Opera, like an opera house. And he was the conductor of it. And go back to the shot for a second. The picture above their heads is one of the F-16s. And we're doing a documentary on this whole story. One of the F-16s that attacked the nuclear reactor at Al-Tawaith, 12 miles southeast of Baghdad, the Osirak reactor, June 7, 1981. And the amazing thing about that picture, which is an original, is that all the 8 pilots of the F-16 signed it. One of the pilots sketched it out, and they put on the top, to the conductor of the opera from your student, from the players. And the symbolism of that is amazing. Stay tuned for the documentary that we do on that.
Right.
But it was life-changing. We're going to bring it to you. We're going to put it all in the context of national security. We're going to ask the questions. What if we detach ourselves from Israel, the United States, as we seem to be doing with this administration? What does that mean for every American citizen? We'll give you the implications of that. We're going to go down to Gaza, on the Gaza border, and look at that. We're going to go up north where that picture is and look at the Lebanese border. We're going to go on the Golan. We're going to go into East Jerusalem. We're going to bring you the whole picture, and we're going to do this in about 6 months. We're going to do that next month. We're going back on another fact-finding mission in about 6 months. Start saving your shekels. $3,000 plus air, trip of a lifetime for sure. What else? We got about a minute left.
No, it was
Just
absolutely. I just go to this picture real
No,
quick.
I can't. I don't know what's going
All
on.
right, what I can do is this, while they're sorting that out. Very important. We want you to do 2 things, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, when you're done watching this show, we want you to go watch yesterday's show, April 6th. The reason why, we had a little different way. We shot it on the beach, and we bring in Damon, Alan, Mark. We all just share our thoughts on many issues. Very insightful, but very, very relaxed. We want you to do that. We want you to tune in tomorrow, the 8th of April, where we start our 3-part series entitled Terrorists Lobby the 114th Congress. Don't miss that, an expose. It's going to be shocking.